A compound sentence has two independent clauses. This is lesson 12 in the Architecture of Grammar. My name is Léandre Larouche. I'm the author of the Architecture of Grammar and the founder of Trivium Writing. In this video, we're going to go over the complex sentence. As we've said in the previous videos, there are four types of sentences: simple, complex, compound, and compound complex. This is the third type of sentence, and we are going to be going over the compound sentence. So in the last video, we've talked about how a complex sentence is both one dependent and one independent clause. Well, in this video, we're talking about a compound sentence which has two independent clauses and no dependent clause. So again, we have to go back to the who and the what. So let's have our who. What, and we have another one. We have another clause that has a who and a what. So we have these two independent clauses. Now, how do we connect them? Well, as you remember, conjunctions connect clauses. So what's going to happen here is that we're going to use one of these conjunctions. First of all, we're going to be using a comma, and we're going to be addressing commas in the punctuation section of this video series. We're going to be using a comma, and we're going to be using a conjunction. Now, the best way to remember what these conjunctions are is to think of fanboys. Here are the fanboys. So here we have our fanboys. So this stands for and, nor, but, or, yet, since. So these conjunctions can go between these two independent clauses. Most of the time they will also require this comma. And so these essentially indicate the relationship between these two independent clauses, because if I use but, it means it indicates a contrast, whereas if I use and, it indicates an addition. So these are very different. Now we have yet, which indicate a starker contrast, a more important contrast. And we also have for, which can also mean because, but it's a very formal, it's a lot more formal to be using it this way. Also, since can also mean because. And of course, we need to add because, which is often found in sentences. The reality, though, is that when we use because, we don't need a comma. As I've said, we're going to be covering commas and punctuation in more details in the next videos, but this is the compound sentence